So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 7 of our player career mode. Now in this episode we have got 3 games for you once again. We are going to be starting a sub for the first game after a poor performance against Salford in which we lost 3-1. You can see all the earlier episodes on the playlist on the channel. We start at home to Accrington Stanley. Then we're in the Cup at home to Barrow, and then we go away to Colchester in the league as well. So 3 games for you on this one. Just to have a quick look at the standings. We are currently in 20th, so we're not doing too well. We need to put a run together. Hopefully we can start that run today. If we have a look at the top, it's Mansfield Town running away with it at the moment from Forest Green, and Wimbledon are in the mix as well. Accrington Stanley are in 15th, so a team that we are capable of beating, I'm sure, at home at the Keep Moat. And let's have a little look as we advance towards match day. Let's see when we're going to be coming onto the pitch, because like I said, we're not going to play from the start after we got dropped. We're coming on, we've got 27 minutes, and we are 1-0 down at home to Accrington. So first game, can we get a good turnaround here and get some points?
And with play stop, they will make the change now.
Here we are then, coming on for Tom Anderson. We're actually coming on at right centre half. We're going to try and get the successful tackles. We should be able to do that. But yeah, let's hope that we can start on a positive note here. Playing at right centre half, so can't really have as much as an impact as we would normally like to, as Aluwu just about keeps hold of it and gives away a free kick. But yeah, it's not good at all really being 1-0 down at home to Accrington, but you never know, we might be able to turn it around. We are then on the ball, moving forward, looking to pick out a decent pass. We're going to Sterry. Sterry's going to have it on the right-hand side. We're getting a bit giddy going forward, trying to be an overlapping centre-half, but Ironside plays it into Miller, and there is Biggins, and Biggins should score. No doubt about it. That should have been a goal for us. That should have been the equaliser. Biggins will be exceptionally disappointed there as we drop in to this back three, what we like to play here at Doncaster Rovers. But yeah, that is a big moment in this game as we try to get the ball off Longello. We're back into the defence again. Coyle into Martin. Martin plays it, barely gets a touch on it, and it's going to be a corner to Accrington Stanley. This is just running the clock down a little bit. We're marking in the middle of the 6-yard box. We're sort of the free man, to be fair, as it's headed away well by Bailey. And then it's 2-0. Baba Fernandez. It's a poor clearance at the front post. And Baba Fernandez for Accrington Stanley gets their second goal of the game. How disappointing is this? It's whipped in. It's a decent-ish header, but then Aluwu misses it. Fernandez gets there. Keeper no chance. Accrington Stanley 2. Doncaster Rovers 0. The fans at the Keep Moat are not happy at all as we're back on the ball. Here we go again. Doncaster coming forward. It's into Ironside. Ironside's in the box. Tries to get a shot away. Accrington defend it rather well, and Lee will bring it away for Accrington. We're once again just sat in this back three. Longello picks it up in midfield. I'm not quite convinced. I understand why we're playing at centre half. It's probably a position we should be able to play as a defensive midfielder, which I'm comfortable in playing, but it's not where we're really going to earn a sends back in team. We seem to be the manager seems to be quite happy to drop us and then shift us into an unfamiliar position, which we struggle to then get back in the side. As Close goes into Bailey, we might have to try and be a little bit ambitious on this right-hand side of centre-half role. And channel us in a Chris Basham and start overlapping the ball up again and try and spray one out to the right-hand side and Sterry and get us moving again. As we move up the pitch, Ironside into Miller. Miller back out to Sterry. Sterry into Close. Sterry again. Miller. There's one more pass. There isn't. And Aluwu's going to win this. We're going to shout for this because we can possibly have a little run forward here as an overlapping centre-half. We're going to go into Sterry. To Close, sorry. Who gives it back to us. And we do actually lose possession. It goes into Close, who just kicks it out to play. 81 minutes, still 2-0. Forward again, Accrington. We've been moved into his usual midfield position now. Close goes into Sterry, back into Close. We're trying to get some space in this midfield. Biggins plays it through to us. We play it through to Miller. Straight away, involved in the attack. Miller to Ironside, back to us. We play it out to the left-hand side of Molyneux, into Close, back into Biggins, back into Close again. And Accrington just about get it away. Close. We are asking for it on the edge of the box because we think we're in a nice position here, although Molyneux's going to pick it up on the left-hand side. Just about keep possession, then he gives it away to the Accrington player. And that attack simmers into nothing. And now we've got some defending to do as Lee has it in the middle of the pitch. And he goes back to Martin. They come forward again. Accrington Stanley. It's into Hills. Martin on the edge of the box. We're there. We do make the tackle. And once again, that was a feature of the last episode. We did start to make a few good tackles in midfield. As it's played forward, Baba Fernandez for Accrington Stanley. In the 27 minutes we're going to be on the pitch, has done exceptionally well. As it's through to Ironside, who goes back to us. We can see a pass to Sterry, but we give it away. It wasn't quite weighted correctly. As we now try to get the ball back from Whaley here. And we don't quite manage to get it. That knocks us back down to a 6.9 rating. It goes into Lee, who strikes it. Bottom left-hand corner. And that is going to be all she wrote. Doncaster are losing 3-0 at home to Accrington Stanley. Who were they? They're a team that's much better than us at this point in the season. But it is a 3-0 defeat to Accrington Stanley. Disappointing. It is a loss. And we were very much outplayed there. We can see our pros' demeanour as we come off the pitch. It's a rainy day in Doncaster, and it is certainly fitting to the atmosphere at this club at the moment. We did get a 7 rating. We did try 14 passes with an 87% passing accuracy, but not good enough at all. Time for the EFL Cup. EFL Trophy time. That performance in the last game did manage to warrant us a start, so we are starting in the defensive midfield role. Now, just a little quick note. Between that, it was Halloween, and we decided to throw a Halloween party for the team to try and raise morale a little bit. It's been a bit scary, the performances so far this season, but hopefully that might just raise morale that little bit. We are going to say avoid conceding, try and keep a clean sheet here against Barrow. And this could be the performance that gets us solidly back in this starting 11 for the final league game in this episode, which will be against Colchester away. But a big performance needed here from Doncaster. And straight away, Doncaster on the attack. We did win the ball in the midfield. Ironside gets absolutely cleaned out. That's going to be a yellow card to Feely. Possibly lucky that it wasn't a red card. And it's not going to be us taking this. It's going to be Close who's taking it. Right-footed, goes for the strike. It's over the wall, and it's a great save, to be fair, from Foreman. Chris Wilder's look-alike once again, giving us a few more instructions. We are at the back stick against their big number 5. It's whipped in. We're going to just move towards the back stick just in case there's any knockdowns. Foreman collects, but positive start here for Doncaster. Come forward, we make an interception, but they win it back on the edge of the box. Garner strikes it, bottomly, does make a good save. I thought we got that, to be fair, but he did manage to ricochet to him. We're a bit fortunate, to be fair, as it's whipped in and it's headed away well by Doncaster. Miller gets stuck in there with Ray. We push to the edge of the box trying to get the tackle in. We're out of position a little bit here as Bray takes a little cut inside. Now back in position, White in to Spence. Spence on the edge of the box into Telford. Telford manages to turn. He strikes it, and it's gone in at the near post. And Bottomley wants absolutely shafting for that. The frustration. Telford does well, but come on. You can't be beaten from there. He is beaten from there. That's lost as our enhanced objective. And more importantly, at home again, Doncaster are 1-0 down. They're through again. Barrow are through again, and it is 2-0. And this game is going from bad to worse. Barrow have silenced the Doncaster Rovers fans here. It's a very cocky celebration from the Barrow players. It's early on in this game, but let's have a little look at this. We try to win the ball. It's a little pass through, and keeper once again. Does he cover himself in glory? Possibly not. Doncaster 0, Barrow 2. This could get very, very toxic indeed in the keep mode. Goes into us. We play it to the left and Rowe. Rowe gives it a straight back. We do manage to maintain possession. It was a nice little run, to be fair. And this is an opportunity. Sterry down the right-hand side for Doncaster. Crosses it in. It's headed away by Ray. We're going to ask for this on the edge of the box. There's not an opportunity to get a shot on goal. We're going to play it left in to Senior. We are behind him should he require us. He plays a little back heel, and we do just about maintain possession. Back into Ironside, who gives it back into us. And then it's a poor pass. I was caught between two minds there. Going back to the centre-half or trying to play a more positive forward pass. But we do give it away. Aluwu doesn't win that header. We're trying to get back. Spence coming forward to Barrow. Into Telford. Telford into Bray. It's played to the edge of the box and Telford. We're running around a bit like an headless chicken at this minute. White now plays it left to Warren. Warren back into Spence. Spence back into Warren down the left-hand side. It's good possession from Barrow. And it's a header from Garner. It's off the post. Bottomley once again just about manages to make the save. But still Doncaster 0. But we look very, very frail at the back. Come forward again. Barrow down our right-hand side. Bray goes back into Spence. It's a good block from Anderson. We're back on a 6.3 rating now as it goes out for a Barrow corner. This has possibly been one of the most disappointing performances of the season for Doncaster. And it comes at a time when we really, really can't afford it. It's half-time. It's Doncaster 0, Barrow 2. Much to improve in the second half. Right then, we're back. Second half. We need a performance of a midfield maestro because we need to start dictating this game a little bit more. It's maybe been a little bit too side to side at times. Credit's got to go to Barrow. They've done very, very well, but we've been losing possession in areas like that. Maybe being a little bit too keen to get forward at times. We haven't quite got the balance, and this midfield is not quite working at this minute in time. Telford turns towards goal, back into Garner, plays it back to White. It's Barrow early stages on the ball again. Garner, we're on the edge of the box trying to get a tackle in. It goes into Telford. Telford back into Bray. Bray to White. This is good possession once again from Barrow, but we do manage to get it, and then we're going to come away with it. Looking for a pass, and we play it out to the right to Sterry. Those passes to the wing-backs are always normally on. As Faulkner goes into Sterry, plays it back into us. We're under a little bit of pressure, but we do turn out of it nicely. Give it into Anderson, and we're going to demand the ball at the back here because we need to start getting on this ball a little bit more. We go into a Luwu and just try and move Doncaster forward a little bit as it goes into Miller. Miller tries a 1-2. Again, we lose possession, but we do win it back. That's a good ball into Close first time. Close tries to get it into Ironside. Ray does make the interception as we are pressing here. We are pressing high. Can we win this back? It's into Feely, and we haven't won it back. It goes across the line to the keeper. And Barrow looking particularly comfortable in possession at this moment in time. Right, we are back on the ball again. Just made our first substitutions. There's not a lot on. Once again, we go into Rowe. Rowe goes back into Aluwu. We're trying to make some space for ourselves once again. It's into Faulkner. Goes into Close. Close may play this into us, which he does. We can now play this outright to Sterry. We're back in with Sterry. And we lose possession, but it's back into Sterry. He does manage to recoup it for us. Anderson, we've got a nice little pass there. We go right and left. We try and play it into Ironside. It were a bad pass. Then we get a bit rash trying to chase it down. And it's just breaking down. We are on a rating of 7. We need another 0.5 to achieve one of his targets. And hopefully keep us in the starting lineup. But Barrow come forward again with Telford. Telford down our right-hand side. It's Faulkner who does very well. We ping it to the right. That's a lovely little touch in possession. As he goes into Faulkner once again. We're just trying to get a little bit of space here. That's the plan. As it goes into Aluwu, possibly wasn't the best pass to him as we spray it to the left-hand side. And Molyneux. Molyneux goes into Rowe. He's going to play it back into us. Again, looking for the pass. We can see the right-hand side and Sterry. Back into Close. Close back into Sterry. We've made an option once again. Now it's into Ironside. We are dictating this a little bit better. Ironside loses possession. And we can't sustain attacks at this moment in time. That Miller-Ironside partnership, which was looking ever so fruitful at the start of the last episode, not looking so much at the minute. 20 minutes to go. We need 2 goals. They come forward again here. Barrow, it's into Telford. And it's 3-0 to Barrow. Keeper beaten at his near post once again. Telford this time, top left-hand corner as he's looking at it. I mean, Anderson tries to play the offside trap. It's a well-timed run. He finishes it with aplomb. Bottomley, I would be asking questions about again. But we are now 3-0 down and going out of the EFL Trophy. We come forward again. We're on the ball. Close. Ironside. Ironside has lost the ball once again. And we cannot sustain attacks. And this is his big problem as Telford does manage to get the ball into Worrell. We are on a 7.4. Now, I'm not being funny. We are at risk of subbing out as Telford gets an... I thought that were in. I thought that were in. We cannot be one of the worst players on this pitch at this moment in time. We've not been terribly bad in midfield. I personally don't think, as we ask for the ball once again, and we're going to spray it out to Sterry on the right-hand side. We've not been one of the worst players. As we play another ball to the left-hand side. It's offside, Molyneux. And we are staying on just for a moment, but I don't see really at the moment. We don't seem to be able to sustain attacks. Now, I'm not as fussed about the EFL Trophy. Of course, it is a chance to go to Wembley at some point, which is a big pull, especially for a club like us. But at this moment, as it's into Worrell and Bottomley makes a good save, it's not as important this season. We need to start picking up performances in the league. What it does do is remove our chance of minutes a little bit. As it's White on the edge of the box who strikes it, and it's wide. That's not going to go in. We are still on a 7.4. We need at least one last attack, one last bit of brilliance, and we should be in the starting lineup for the Colchester game, which is our aim. Is this the one last attack? It's in to Ironside. We ask for it back. We can see Sterry on the right-hand side. We play it into him. Sterry goes back into close. It's back into Sterry. Miller knocks it down. We're going to go for a strike here, which we do. And it's a good save from Foreman. We do get the follow-up. It's put us on a 7.8 rating. It was a good follow-up, to be fair, by, I'm not quite sure who that was. Molyneux, I believe it was. Molyneux manages to get the goal. It was nodded back to us from Miller. We struck it well. It were a good save from the Barrow goalkeeper. Molyneux, tight angle. Keeper questionable again. But Molyneux fires in. It gives the Doncaster fans something to shout about. Puts us on a 7.8. That's going to be our last action of the game. But a 7.7 rating. With 34 passes and 87% of those completed. 92 minutes played in that game. Has that been enough to get us in the team for Colchester? We shall see. And it was enough to get us into the starting lineup. So we are starting away at Colchester in our defensive midfield role. Colchester currently 4 points in front of us at this moment in time. So it'll be interesting to see if we can do anything here. I'd like a clean sheet, if I'm honest. I'd be questioning if Bottomley should be in goal after that last performance. We are going to go for... Let's have a look. I think we'll go for the team possession because I'm planning on absolutely just retaining possession in midfield, being positive. And this, hopefully we can end this episode on a high and get this new week off to a positive start in some respects against Colchester. Early doors, Colchester coming forward, defending to do for us. It's back to McGeehan. McGeehan on this left-hand side. We've got defending to do now. He skips past us a little bit. It's into Taylor. We don't want to concede early. And we've conceded early again. 3 minutes on the clock. Beaten at the near post again, the goalkeeper. And it's going from bad to worse. We went to cover across. And then he's there in the middle of the box. There's defenders near him. There's two defenders near him. Westbrook chooses not to do anything. Anderson doesn't get across. Keeper no chance. Colchester 1. Doncaster 0. Man, I'm annoyed. Doncaster coming forward and we find ourselves in a little bit of space, which we've not done too much so far. We can see Sterry on the right-hand side. It's a decent touch from Sterry. He'll bring that down. Go to attack the byline. We've got a nice bit of space on the edge of the box as Mingy gets it away. Taylor then tries to keep possession and does as we try to go for the press. But we're a nice ball from us. Decent cross from Sterry. Just a decent header away and decent defending from Colchester United as McGeehan now comes forward. We are sat between these two centre-halves once again. Tavide comes forward into Aidan Lowe. Now Tavide again. More defending to do here. Reed on the edge of the box. Taylor, more defending to do. Mingy once again. It's into Tavide. We're trying to get a tackle in. Mingy. They're just passing it around the edge of our box here. We've got more defending to do as Taylor gets a strike. Once again, we can't win possession. It's back to Mingy now. As we go for a tackle, it stinks across to our right-hand side. Yet more defending to do here. It's to McGeehan on the edge of the box. Goes for the strike. That is well wide. Ironside coming forward, takes a touch. That is a shocking ball. And how many times has Big Joe Ironside today lost possession in those sort of areas as Westbrook wins it back well. Miller's in and it's 1-1. Doncaster have equalised. It's a mistake from their defender. As I'm lamenting Ironside, it's George Miller who gets the goal. Let's have a look at the replay. He's just their defenders, just lost possession. It was a calm pass, and once Miller gets in these positions, he tends to find the back of the net. Doncaster have equalised at Colchester. Game on. Colchester coming forward again. Tavide into Reed on the edge of the box. We're going to come across to try and cover this. Tavide, it's a good block from Aluwu. It goes back into Reed. We're just blocking off the edge of this box here, trying to defend properly. Minge, edge of the box once again. Goes back in. They've got a couple of big lads up front, these guys, Colchester. We are having to do some defending as Taylor gets the strike. He goes back into Maxwell, plays it to Aluwu. There's a pass down there. He's chosen not to use it. He's gone into Anderson again. We're not asking for this as Anderson takes his time. We are now going to ask for it because we've got an option to spray this out to the right-hand side, which we just about do. And that's not a bad ball at all into Sterry, who was going to bring it forward and try and give it us back for some reason. We didn't ask for that. There were no reason to make that pass as he comes forward again here. And we get a good tackle in on the edge of the box. That is a very good tackle. It goes into Ironside. Goes into Close. Close could go to us, which he does. We're looking at Miller. We play a little pass down the side. In to Sterry. Sterry into Miller. We're in the middle once again. We go into Close. Trusting with possession. Makes a little run down the right hand side. Goes for the cross. Sterry now. Edge of the towards the byline. Takes a nice touch. Working his way into the box. This could be an opportunity. Miller chooses not to use us. It's back into Close. It's back into us. We go for the strike. And unfortunately, it's going to go for a corner. But good football from Doncaster. Can we get something from this corner? We are at the back stick. It's crossed to the front. McGeehan heads away. It's into Aluwu, who's going to play it back into Close. Close just tries to maintain possession. And Colchester will clear it, or will they? Because it's back into Close, who goes into us. Hey, we send him for an absolute pie. And then we're going to come forward again. Into Close. Miller. Oh, and that's a poor, poor ball. But that were a lovely little shimmy and drop of the shoulder. Still 1-1. Sterry down the right-hand side. Got plenty of room to move into. We're again on the edge of the box if he could find us. He can't, but we are going to get another corner. It's Doncaster pressure. We're at the back stick. Once again, are we going to get a chance to get something on this? It's whipped in early. It's another poor delivery into McGeehan. It comes back to us. And we went for a strike. Didn't quite manage to get it. Richard Wood does very well. Still maintains possession. It's back to us now. As we do manage to keep possession. We're going to go down this left-hand side now. We're looking at 4 passes. As we try to maintain possession. We actually lose out there to Richard Wood. Who goes into Anderson. Who's going to go across to Aluwu. Who's going to go back into us. We're going to find Miller. Miller into Ironside. We're back again on the edge of the box. We're looking for passes. Back into Ironside. It's intricate. It's short passing. Ironside does very well. He's just about maintaining possession. We're looking once again for a pass. Left-hand side into Westbrook. Westbrook goes into Miller. Miller back heel to Ironside. I thought it might be worth a go. It was. He just took a little bit too long on it. 6.9 rating at half-time. We could win this game, ladies and gentlemen. Second half, let's try and get a win here. This could be huge if we get this win. I felt we were good towards that. We're trying to get more and more involved as Anderson plays it across to Richard Wood. Goes back into Sterry. Sterry goes into Close. We're just sat behind here a little bit. Ironside does maintain possession well. That's what I expect more of with Joe Ironside, holding the ball up well. As we spray it across to Maxwell, we go and offer a little bit of support. It's into Westbrook. Westbrook back into Maxwell. Maxwell into Westbrook again. Goes into Miller. Miller to us. This is good possession from Doncaster. Miller again. Turning out. We're behind him if he chooses to use us, which we've asked for the possession. We're going to try and go back into Miller. That is a shocking pass, to be fair. And as much as I've lamented Joe Ironside, we've just done exactly what I've been lamenting him for. Colchester coming forward down our left-hand side. It's good defending from Maxwell. Corner to Colchester, who are going to take this short. We're in the middle. We can see Mingy coming forward. It's a good header away, to be fair, by Joe Ironside. And Miller may have an opportunity to break away here. We've got options down this right-hand side. Sterry is one of them. And it's a bad tackle again. There's been a couple of those today as we show great strength playing into George Miller. Now we've got Ironside in front. Miller still maintaining possession. He's not got much support. We're once again sat on the edge of the box here. And I think that's going to be another corner to Doncaster Rovers. And that yellow card could be quite fortunate not to get a red. Let's have a little look at this. I mean, I mean, he was still on blooming... he was very late with that tackle. Very late indeed. As it's whipped in once again to the front post. Headed away again by Colchester. They have managed to get the first contact on most things as Miller gets a good strike on it. Goodman makes a save. We are pressing here. Trying to win the ball back. Don't quite manage it, and Colchester clear. We win it back well. Sterry plays it into Miller. Miller into Ironside. We get the ball back on the edge of the box again. There's a pass out to Maxwell. We have just trotted into a nice position just to drop him a little bit of support should he require it. If he turns back, he's got options. He doesn't. He goes into Miller. Miller's going to go into Westbrook. He could set us up here, and he does. Oh, and it's a decent strike. It was a decent strike, but we just couldn't get the angle on it. It goes wide of the right-hand post, but positive signs once again as it's cleared long, and we're just going to nod this down to Close. It's a good header from us. Close in the middle once again. Can he find us? He can. There's an option here. We're looking for Miller. We're going to try and take it around the outside. Left foot to strike. And we get our first goal for Doncaster Rovers. We celebrate in the corner. We chose to move to the left-hand side. We trust his left foot. And Aluwu's the first one to celebrate with us. Colchester disconsolate at the back. But let's have a little look at this replay, because that's our first goal on this player career mode. We took it to the left-hand side, struck it left-footed. We used Miller's decoy run, and that could be a huge, huge moment for our career. Ed West gets his first goal as a professional footballer, and that is beautiful to see. 8.5, Colchester 1, Doncaster 2. Colchester coming forward again to Vide. Anderson gets a foot in, as does Westbrook. We try to get there, and we do. We can see Miller in front of us. He's not really made a run, so we're just going to carry on going down this left-hand side. And is it time to keep it in the corner? I think it may be. We don't do either, and we are going to lose possession. 87 minutes on the clock. Still 2-1. 3 minutes to hold out. Colchester coming forward. Final stages of this game. Richard Wood doesn't get a commanding interception. It's into Taylor. Taylor edge of the box into McGeehan. McGeehan into Chilvers. There's defending to be done here. McGeehan isn't going to strike it. Added time is up as Colchester have it on the edge of the box. Chilvers goes into us. We do get it, but then we lose possession. And Lola makes a fantastic save. That could have cost us massively. We do have a corner to defend as it's whipped in. We head it away, and referee, we are blowing for time here. We're not yet. He's back into Chilvers in the middle of the box. Now, we've just got to defend this. McGeehan, it's well over the allotted time. McGeehan on the edge of the box. Back into Minge, and that's going to be enough. It's Doncaster 2, Colchester 1. We do get the win, which we have been craving so far in this episode. We end on a high, and we get our first goal as a professional player. What a time. Everybody's embracing us. And yeah, I think we very, very much deserve that. And that is going to just ease the pressure on the manager. It's going to ease the pressure on us. We did complete 24 passes. No assists, but we did get the 1 goal. We'll have to sort out the pass completion. But yeah, massive, massive performance. Let's have a look where that leaves us in the league table. So league table-wise, we are 21st, but we do now have a good chance of progressing up. We're not falling that far away. A couple of decent wins, and we should be up towards mid-table, so that can take the pressure off a little bit. Just pulling up the spreadsheet, as you can see, it wasn't the best start to the episode, but to be fair, a 7.7 and 8.2. Decent performances. We did get man of the match in that last game as well, and got our first goal, which is absolutely huge for us. If we have a look at what's coming up on the next episode, we kick off at home to Wimbledon. We will be in the starting 11 for that. Then we are away in the Emirates FA Cup against Tranmere before being away at Grimsby. So it's our debut in the FA Cup in the next episode. Please like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed that one, and let's hope we have another fantastic week here on this player career mode. Ta-ra!